Welcome, beautiful soul. My name's Virginia, and this is my yoga channel. I share for freedom, peace of mind, love. So let's practice. Welcome to this 40-minute basics yoga flow for beginners and intermediate practitioners. Raise your arms up on an inhale, palms touch. Exhale, bring your hands out in front of you. Push your body weight forwards for a moment and then sit your seat back onto your heels, child's pose. Then going to raise your arms up, palms touch. Exhale, hands out in front, lean the body weight forward, sit your seat back, child's pose. Good. Raise your arms up, palms touch. Inhale. Exhale, hands down, push forward, sit back, child's pose. Walk your fingertips over towards the left-hand side, stretching into the side of the body, expanding the breath into the rib cage. Then walking your fingertips over towards the right. Beautiful. Come back through the center. Take it once more to the left, but this time have your right hand on top. It's taking you a little bit deeper. And then walking the fingertips over towards the right, left hand on top. Good. Coming back through the center, push the body weight forwards. This time go all the way to the ground, bending your elbows. And then sit your seat back to your heels. Raise your arms up, palms touch. Good. Hands out in front, bend the elbows, chest down. And then sit your seat back to your heels. Raise the arms up. Inhale. Beautiful. All right, we're coming into downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, flare out your fingertips. And we're looking to lengthen the chest towards the thighs, little bounce. And then bending one knee, lifting the other heel. Keep pedaling the feet for a moment. Oh, wonderful. Lift up your right leg on an inhale. Exhale, bend your knee. Keep the knee bent in the air and circle from your hip joint. Reverse the circle. Beautiful. Step your right foot between the hands. Then from here, we're going to take a nice big circle with the right arm. Sweep it forwards on an inhale. Exhale, sweep it all the way back. Couple more. Wonderful. And then from here, we're going to take that right hand inside of the right foot and we'll take it into lizard rock. So your arms can stay straight. Lift your back knee and rock your body weight forwards and back, forwards and back. Lovely. Okay, take it a little bit deeper now. So your right hand goes to your right thigh. Open up your chest to the right and see if you can let the sole of the right foot lift towards the center of the mat. Good, release. Both hands down, three-legged dog. Raise the right leg and bend the knee, fire hydrant. See if you can squeeze your heel towards your glute. You'll stretch the thigh more. Then both feet down, left leg lifts. Inhale, exhale, bend the knee and circle from your hip joint. Inhale, first half of the circle. Exhale for the second. Reverse. Lovely. From here, step your left foot between the hands. And then we're taking it into that big circle of the left arm. Breathe in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Lovely. Reach it back. And then we bring the left hand inside of the left foot. Rock forwards and back. Forwards and back. Okay, beautiful. So from here, left hand to the left thigh, open up the chest to the left, perhaps even lifting the sole of the left foot towards the center of the mat. Good, both hands down. Left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee and open up into your fire hydrant. Squeeze your heel towards your glute. Okay, lovely. So from here, take tiny little steps of your feet up to the top of the mat. Have your knees soft. Have a little wiggle of your bum. Shake out any tension. Maybe shake the head as well. And unstack your spine. Ripple up one vertebrae at a time. Coming to stand tall at the top of the mat. We raise the arms up, inhale. Exhale, fold forwards. Place your hands by your feet. Don't worry if your knees are bent. Inhalation, we're going to come into halfway lift. Fingertips to your shins. Look forwards. Exhale, hands come down. Step your right foot back and then your left foot back. You're into your plank here. Good. Take it slowly. Bring the knees down. Bend the elbows backwards. And then bring your chest right down to the ground. Slide the chest forwards between the arms. Look up. Flatten the tops of the feet. Baby cobra. Draw the shoulders back. Exhale. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips. Downward facing dog. It's okay if your knees are bent in your down dog or working towards straight legs. Good. Now you can even have some awareness on the fingers, flare them out. And as you're allowing the pressure of the hands to go into the mat, I want you to think of equal stretch in both sides of your body. All right, so from here, you can step your right foot forwards and then your left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, we raise the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart center. We go again, Sun A. Inhale, raise the arms up, look up. Exhale, folding forwards. Hands by your feet. It's okay if your knees are bent. Inhalation, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, hands come down. Step the left foot back and then your right. You're into your plank. Inhale in your plank. Exhale, knees come down. Chest and chin comes down as you bend the elbows. Inhale, look up. Draw the shoulder blades back, baby cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes under. Lift your hips, downward facing dog. And you can see here, I'm kind of sliding the shoulder blades down my back so that my shoulders aren't hunching up by my ears. I want a sensation of wrapping the triceps in towards the middle of the mat a little bit. Stretching out your armpits and think about your tailbone lengthening to the back of the room. We step the left foot forwards now and then your right. Inhalation is your halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, we raise the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands go to your heart center. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, you fold all the way forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down. You can step back like we did before, or this time perhaps you want to take a little jump and then you land with bent elbows. Little bent elbow plank, yeah? Hold it for a moment. And then this time, let's try that up dog. So the tops of your feet are flat and your hips are lifted. Look up, open up your chest a lot, maybe a little wiggle of your bum from side to side. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now it's your practice. So if the jump back doesn't feel right for you, just go back to the stepping one foot at a time. And then you can bring knees, chest, chin. And then you can go to baby cobra. If down dog starts to feel too intense, which it can do when we're first starting, you can always go to child's pose like we did at the beginning of the practice. Okay, lift your heels, bend your knees. Maybe you want to jump to the top this time. Exhale to do it. But again, don't worry if you step. Inhale, halfway lift, look forwards. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise the arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breathe, steady the breath. Slow the breath. Keep your mouth closed. Keeping the mouth closed in our yoga practice for the breath. All right, we come to chair pose. Bend your knees, raise your arms. Get a sensation of your shoulder blades drawing down the back as you look up. Now here I could do with tucking my tailbone under a little bit. My lower back is slightly too arched. You want to tuck the tailbone more under than I am. Okay, good. Exhale, we fold. Inhalation, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down. Gonna step it back or jump it back. It's up to you. You can do chaturanga, full press, or maybe knees, chest and chin again. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. I'm in the baby cobra, but maybe you're in up dog like we did last time for the jump back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Lift your right leg up, inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, open up into fire hydrant. Squeeze your heel to your glute. All right, wonderful. Step your right foot between your hands. We're raising the arms up. Warrior one on the inhale. Your back foot is at a 45-degree angle, and you're looking to square your hips to the short side of the mat, towards the front of your mat. If you get any pain in your back knee, then you can just soften it slightly, have a slight bend to the back knee. All right, warrior two, wider stance with your legs. Outstretch your arms, bend that front knee deeply, back foot parallel to the back of the mat. Stretch out your fingertips as well. Keep your eye gaze forwards. Tucking the tailbone under a little bit, drawing the bottom rib cage in. Flip the front palm, reach forwards, inhale. Exhale, reverse your warrior now. Your right hand is up and over the face, and the left hand slides down the calf. Awareness in the knife edge of your left foot. Beautiful. Extended side angle. Right forearm to the right thigh and the left arm up and over. Look up. Stretch the left fingertips forwards in space. Long line of energy from the knife edge of the left foot to the left fingertips. Okay, good. We go high lunge. Lift your back heel, raise your arms, inhale, and breathe. Keep the body weight in the right heel, squeeze and switch on that right glute. Energize the left heel to the back of the mat. Let's bring the back knee down now, and we're going to twist. Left tricep to your right thigh. Look over your shoulder. If this is too intense, you can always take the left hand to the right thigh and just hold the thigh with your hand and still twist. Good. We raise the arms up on an inhale, low lunge. Hands in a prayer position. If it's too intense, just have your fingertips down and look up. Okay, release. Half Hanuman or hamstring stretch. Sit your seat back to your left heel. Really flex your right toes. I'm quite far forward with my chest, but sometimes when we're first starting out, you're going to be pretty upright with your chest. You're not walking your fingertips that far to feel the stretch. That's fine. As long as you can feel the stretch, you're doing it right. Okay, we're going to come back into that lizard pose. So your right foot goes a little bit further out to the right, rock forwards and back. This time, perhaps you want to bring the forearms down and go a little bit deeper, rock forwards and back, forwards and back. Okay, good. So from here, your right hand can go to your right thigh. Open up your chest towards the right hand side. Sole of the right foot is lifting. Beautiful. Release. And taking it into three-legged dog, lift up that right leg and then back into fire hydrant, opening up the hip even more. Now you can stay in fire hydrant, or maybe you tip to wild thing. Now you're stepping the right toes behind the left calf onto the ground. Your left leg is straight with your right knee bent. Open up your chest to the top of the mat and stretch your right fingertips down. Coming back to three-legged dog. Downward facing dog. Let's take it to the left side. Lift your left leg, bend the knee, open up into fire hydrant, squeezing the heel to the glute. Lovely. And then step your left foot between the hands, back foot 45-degree angle, warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, find your firm foundation. Back foot 45 degrees. Shoulder blades drawing down the back, look up. Make sure your left toes are facing forwards. Open out, warrior two, wider stance with your mat. Stretch the arms away. We're seeing if we can keep the arms in the one long line. You can imagine that you're trying to pull the mat apart with your feet. And we reverse the warrior. Okay, extended side angle, left forearm, left thigh, right arm up and over. Look at the right palm. Beautiful, release. Coming into high lunge, raise your arms, lift your back heel. Both sets of toes are facing forwards now. Hold steady, hold still. Keep your eye gaze on one point. So in our yoga practice, that's our dristi. Our eye gaze is solid, steady. Bring the back knee down, and we're going to twist. Right tricep outside of the left thigh. Beautiful. Breathe into the belly here. It's one of the most simplest ways we can deepen our twist. It's just to breathe into the belly a bit more. Think crown of the head reaching towards the top of the mat, even though you're looking back. Okay, release. Raise your arms up on an inhale. Open up your chest. Remember, if it's too intense, fingertips can just be down and you look up. Okay, release. And then from here, your half Hanuman, your hamstring stretch. Sit your seat back to your heel, flex your left toes, walk your fingertips ahead. Beautiful. Okay, so rebend your front knee, heel toe your left foot a little bit wider out to the left. We come to our lizard. Lift your back knee, rock forwards and back. Or perhaps your forearms are coming down to go deeper this time. Okay, lovely. And then from here, you can open up your thigh, left hand to the left thigh. Open up your chest to the left. Beautiful. Release. We lift up the left leg, fire hydrant, or maybe you want to try tip into your wild thing. Going to step the left toes on the ground behind the right calf. Your left knee is bent and your right leg is straight. Open up your chest towards the top of the mat. Lift your hips a lot. Get both hands down, downward facing dog. Remember, it's okay if your knees are bent. It's okay if you take child's pose. You can always pause the video. All right. So now coming up to the top of the mat, your feet are hip distance apart. You're going to take your peace fingers around your big toes. Inhale, look forwards. Exhale, fold. Elbows are wide out to the side. And again, it's all right if your knees are bent. And I want you to imagine you're spreading your sitting bones far away from each other. Slight bit more body weight into the toes. Lean forwards a little touch. Okay, good. Maybe a little bounce. And release. Hands are coming out in front. Step or jump it back. Chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward facing dog, or maybe your baby cobra if you stepped back. Inhale here, exhale, downward facing dog. Going to lift your right leg on an inhale, exhale, bend the knee, open into your fire hydrant. Good, then from here, step your right foot between the hands, opening out into your warrior two. And then turn to the side of the mat, both legs straight. Lift your chest on an inhale. Exhale, fold all the way forwards. And then I want you to imagine that you're squeezing a pencil between your shoulder blades. So right, if those knees are bent. All right, lovely. And then peace fingers are going around the big toes. Inhale, look forwards. Exhale, fold once more. Elbows wide out to the side. Again, can you lean the body weight slightly forwards into the toes? And have a sensation of lifting your kneecaps up away from the shins. Okay, turn towards the front of your mat once more. Frame your right foot. Bring your back knee down. And then slide your right foot more over towards the left-hand side. We're coming into our pigeon pose. Lift your chest on an inhale. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Surrender the chest forwards. Now, if this feels too intense, lay down on your back and you can do a reclined pigeon. You're going to see that on the screen now. And then we're going to go there for that next posture in the sequence anyway. So we'll meet you there. Slow your breath now. Coming towards the second half of the practice, the slowing it down a little bit now. Lift up your chest. Bring your left leg forwards, and then we lay onto the back for a reclined pigeon. So if you're already there, just stay a little longer. Okay, release. Hug your knees in, squeeze. Rock up to seated. Gonna bring your hands out in front. Shuffle your knees back. Coming into 4-point kneeling, raise your right arm up on an inhale. Exhale, thread the arm underneath and lay the shoulder down. Your left elbow is bent slightly, your right shoulder is resting into the mat. If you want to make it deeper, take your left arm behind the back to take a hold of the top of the right thigh. Okay, lovely. So from here, left hand goes down, right arm lifts all the way up to the sky. Both hands go down, tuck your toes, lift your hips. Good. Left leg lifts on an inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, open into your fire hydrant. Good. You're going to step your left foot between the hands. Open out into your warrior two. And then straighten both of your legs, turn to the side of the mat, hands to your hips and fold. And then you're going to interlace your fingers behind your back and bring your head through the legs as much as you can. It's all right if the knees are bent. Okay. And then from here, you're going to bring your left hand to the center and reach your right arm up to the sky. Little rotation, little twist. And then bring your right hand down and lift your left arm up to the sky. Okay, lovely. Then we're going to turn to the front of the mat once more. This time, heel toe your left foot over towards the right hand side of the mat. Inhale, lifting up your chest. Exhale, coming all the way forwards. Remember, there's always a recline pigeon if you'd like to go to it early, if this one feels too intense. Long, slow breaths now. Okay, slowly lifting up your chest. You're going to lay down onto your back, crossing your left leg over the front of the right thigh. And then from here, thread your left arm through the gap in the legs. Right arm meets behind the thigh. Really flex your left foot. It's going to help you to feel the stretch deeper. And I want you to notice internally, how does the body respond to slowing down? Maybe staying a little longer in the postures. It's a chance for us to observe any habitual patterns of the mind. Can we observe without judgment? This is our key to freedom. And slowly rock up. Coming into your 4-point kneeling. Left arm lifts. Exhale, sweep the arm underneath, lay the shoulder down. And then from here, you're going to, if you'd like to, make it deeper. Take the right arm behind the back and take a hold of the top of your left thigh with the hand. Good. Bringing yourselves back. Then you're going to lift up your left arm one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Hand comes down. Walk your hands a little wider than the mat and bring your chest forwards now towards the ground for puppy pose. It's okay if your chest doesn't reach the ground. You'll still get the stretch for the back of the body, the shoulders, the abdomen as well. Again, as long as you can feel the stretch, you got it. You got the practice. Observing any changes in the body, the mind since the beginning of the practice. Just walk the hands in slowly now. And then we're going to take it into a child's pose, but with the knees wide. So you're sitting your seat back to your heels with the knees wide. And then bring your elbows forwards and take a prayer behind your head. Nice stretch for your triceps. Okay, good stuff. Release. Going to bring the legs out in front. Coming into our Janu Shirshasana. Right sole of the foot inside of the left thigh. I'm going to raise the arms up on an inhale. Exhale, come forwards. Take the hands around the feet and fold. Or if you need to, just walk your fingertips ahead. You could even have your knee bent and take a hold of the foot. Breathe wherever you are. Okay, good. Then we take it into our easy twist. Right sole of the foot outside of the left thigh. And then we twist. Left tricep outside of the right thigh. Look over your shoulder. Your right fingertips are down. You can always take the hand to the knee if it feels a little too deep. Keep your spine long. So notice, has your spine started to round, or can you be a little straighter, a little taller with the head to the sky? Little counter twist to the other side. And then we're going to come in for Janu Shirshasana. Left knee bent. Left foot inside of the right thigh and fold. Any variation that works for you. Also really important to be mindful of our self-talk in our yoga practice. Oh, I'm never going to get it. I'm not flexible enough for it. Look how flexible they are. I'll never be like that. You know, this is something that's quite common with a human being. Yeah. Okay, we're going to twist. Right sole of the foot outside of the left thigh. Left sole of the foot outside of the right thigh. And then you're going to twist around to the left-hand side. Elbow to the thigh or even hand to the knee. Keep your spine long. So that negative self-talk, it is quite normal for a human being because it used to help us with survival, that part of our brain. Rotate to the other side. Let's take our butterfly stretch. Soles of the feet together. Bring your heels into your seat. Little bounce of your knees up and down. You could keep your spine upright for this stretch with your fingertips facing back. If that feels enough, great. Well, now you fold. Exhale to do it. That part of the brain that's responsible for fight or flight or survival, always trying to refine things so they're better, right? To find the answers in the future if need be. But we don't always need to be picking ourselves apart. That's why we've got a conscious part of our brain to change that story around when we need to. I'm doing well at my practice. Well done me for showing up. I'm making progress. I don't need to be perfect. Great stories for us to choose. All right, legs out in front. Flex your feet. Roll back. Hold at that little point where your abs really switch on. Little pulses. Use your exhale to pulse. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And release. Exhale, laying onto your back. Taking a little happy baby, bend your knees wide towards your armpits, have your feet flexed. Slow the breath once more. Good. And then from here, we'll come into Setu Bandhasana, our bridge. Couple more breaths in, happy baby. And then your bridge. So your knees are bent, your feet are flat. Lift up your hips, interlace your fingers behind the back and shuffle your shoulder blades into the midline. Think about pushing through all four corners of your feet. Light squeeze to your glutes. Make sure the knees aren't flaring out to the sides. Toes facing forwards. Rolling down, exhale to do it. Happy baby. Can stay there for this next part. Or if you'd like to, you're going to go to shoulder stand. Now, I'm not teaching shoulder stand so much. Today on me, it's actually looking okay. So you can see you're looking for a flat back here. You really want to shuffle your elbows in towards the midline and support your mid back with your hands. If your hands are right or near your butt, you're doing it wrong. Yeah, you've got to get that. You've got to get those hips up and the back as flat as you can. If it feels too difficult and your spine is really rounding, I advise to just go back to your happy baby. If you're feeling fairly comfortable, you can try plow now. So put your toes over your head. And if your toes reach the ground, then you can reach to your toes with your hands. Here, as I'm looking on my own body, this isn't quite right. My back is too rounded. This is not my favorite posture for my body type. My body does not like this posture. So I don't do it so often because every time I try it, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it with great form, right? So I don't stay here for too long. All right, and then slowly rolling down. So we all have postures that they don't always fall into place, and that's fine. It's a practice, not a perfection. Let's bring our left thigh in front of the right for a twist or easy twist. Both knees over to the right, cactus your arms, turn your head to the left. If you want to make the twist a little bit deeper, you just edge that left knee a little bit higher up above the right. And then twisting over towards that left-hand side. Maybe make it a little bit deeper if you want. All right, come back through the center. Hug your knees in. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Hold your breath for 5, 4, 3, 2. Exhale, Shavasana. Let it all go. Well done, beautiful yogi. Thank you so much for practicing. I advise you stay at least 5 minutes in your Shavasana. Just rest. And then have a lovely rest of your day or evening, wherever you are. I'll see you on the next one. Namaste.